All right, hello everybody. Tonight we're just gonna do a quick on top, not really in anything goes. Today, let's start with. I mean, there's quite a couple of things going on today, but I think what seems to fit everything kind of seems to fit together. You can see in the picture that I'm sharing. That's Asia Argento, model, director, girlfriend of the recently passed Anthony Bourdain. You can go ahead and see that she's got quite the Illuminati symbolism going on there. You think that's nothing? Yes, Shirley. He was awesome to watch. I love food, I love cooking, I love culture. He was able to show us that, where we're just in, we could see things vicariously through his travels. Anyways, some of the things that I will want to show you, and you guys can come on in and talk about it. I mean, there's a lot to talk about with the Bilderberg group and Anthony Bourdain. So before you guys, yeah, I forgot to do zooming. All right, I'm gonna share the screen. I just need to log into Twitter. You guys see me tapping? Good. I don't want you guys looking at my passwords. It's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 and 8. Yeah. So we're gonna go out of order. We're not gonna go to the Bilderberg group yet. I just kind of want to show you my thoughts on Anthony Bourdain's apparent suicide. And if you look at the mainstream media, and I guess I'll start to share the screen here. Let's go ahead and type in Anthony Bourdain. Let's look at the news. At least it was different from what mine said, but you can see words are key. CBS News, death in apparent suicide. Rolling Stone, apparent suicide. So even like Business Insider, apparent suicide. How's it going, Shirley?
I'm fine. I don't think he committed suicide.
Oh, I don't either.
I really don't.
I'm glad you came on.
I saw a video of him, his girlfriend, and someone else. They were celebrating because they just finished the second season.
Yeah, look
in
at
Berlin.
So I'm gonna go through his Twitter right now, and we can see that. And let me know what you think. Because here's my thing. We all know about his history. He's kind of a bad guy. Did a lot of drugs. He might have been depressed. It doesn't seem like it, but he went through a lot. And he never committed suicide. As far as we know, he didn't. And obviously, he didn't commit suicide to the point where he died. But we're to believe that he's at the top of his life. He loves everything he's doing. He has a great girlfriend that he loves. And he's gonna hang himself. I mean, that's ridiculous.
And you know what this put me in mind of? David Carradine.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying that he didn't do that either. I mean,
how you hang yourself with your arms tied behind you?
Yeah. So, like, I'm going through a couple of his tweets, and I think some of them might have even been swept away because he did some stuff on, like, like June 6th or something that I saw before, but maybe I'm not seeing now. But we'll see. Here's the little party thing.
Cheers.
Any more of this, Cougar? Okay, I'll get a beer. I'll crack the beer.
He does not look like nobody gonna commit suicide.
Yeah.
Tell me, baby, what you gonna do? Yeah.
That's his girlfriend, by the way, Asia Argento. And
you know what? Go to True Pundit. They have an article on there, some old tweets, because he mentions that Hillary henchman been coming after him.
Oh yeah.
Because he been calling them out about Weinstein. She had to know. He doing it for years. And his girlfriend, she was raped by him.
Yep.
And he mentioned something, and I saw another tweet of his somewhere else. He mentioned something about Weinstein hiring Israeli ops or spies to come follow him. They do hits on people.
Yeah, look at this one. What's on the menu for Weinstein? I mean, he's looking forward to the penalty phase of Weinstein trial. Yeah, he's looking forward to it so much he's gonna commit suicide.
Yeah, it don't make sense.
Let's see. There was one post where I need to find it, but it was like it's like the highlight of his life or something like that. Let's see. Okay, right here. Anthony Cooper sits down with, so it says, Anthony Cooper, Bourdain sits down with Anderson Cooper to talk about why his recent visit to Hong Kong was the professional highlight of his career. So the professional highlight of his career, all right, time to hang myself. I can't do any better. I guess that's how they want to do it. I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, this guy's been through so much in his life, and he's just gonna end his life.
Yeah, and his girlfriend is shocked because she said there was no sign.
Mm-hmm.
And she's over there with him.
I want to find that tweet for him and Weinstein. Or Hillary Clinton as well. I think.
And he done some stuff in Haiti too. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it was with the Clinton Foundation, but I know that designer did.
Let's see. I'm trying to find it. The thing is, what I hate is that the media starts picking up on all this stuff, so you can't even find the original. You can't find the original tweet or whatever. They don't ever seem to source it. Okay, here we go. Let me see. It's October 11th.
Yeah, they start taking stuff down after something happens. Because I was shocked to get that news. I was upset.
All right, here we go. This is good. This is what a lot of people, I think, are saying, that he got killed because of Clinton. But you know what took them so long? You know, this was back in 11th of October 2017. Anthony Bourdain tweets, "Know what Hillary Clinton is not? She's not stupid or unsophisticated about the world. The Weinstein stories have been out there for years." So he's pretty much alleging that she knew about Harvey Weinstein's history, and no mention whatsoever. There's another one.
And if you go to True Pundit, it's somebody, one of her people from her campaign said something about he hope he eats scorpion and died responding to him.
Yeah, here's another one from Anthony Bourdain. Same day, Hillary is clearly not responsible for anything Weinstein. That's screamingly obvious. Her response to questions, though, have been uninspiring. Anyway, let's look at your true pundit. Is it this one, the haunting tweets?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Alright, let's see. So this is by admin, whoever that is. Anthony Bourdain's haunting tweets before his suicide about how Hillary Clinton's goons harassed him. It says, what in the world was Anthony Bourdain referring to when he said just weeks ago he had been harassed by Hillary Clinton's goons and it ain't fun? There's a tweet May 2nd, 2018. I'm in no way an HRC fan. I've been on the receiving end of her operatives' wrath and it ain't fun. Let's see if he really tweeted that. And yeah, he's replying to Jeff Holm at Tallstone.
Nah, he didn't kill himself. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't think so either. You're not alone in that, Shirley. And then
that man had it all, travel all over 100 countries all over the world. I watched the episode with him in Syria. That was a good episode.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Tweet angered Hillary spokesman Brian Fallon. He took to Twitter to tell Bourdain to eat a scorpion. Many other Clinton-winged monkeys followed suit. Let's see, where is that taking me? Let's go to this. Okay. I'm trying to find more of the yeah. Well, I'm trying to find some other stuff. I'm sure a lot of people are pouring through this. You might dig up something pretty good.
You know, Bill Clinton's out on his book tour, and some people are saying now Hillary and Chelsea should not attach themselves to that hashtag Me Too movement with all the rapes he's accused of.
Oh, you know, she is gonna, and I hope she does, because then we kind of have an idea of why the Me Too movement's going on. It's not because of what it is about.
No, and actually it was a black woman that started here in Philadelphia, that hashtag Me Too movement. It had something going on for years.
Yeah. Anyways, this is just...
The Cavs lost.
Yep, I'm not surprised. I mean, the Warriors team is stacked. I just looked at the roster today just to see who they had on their team, and I mean the support team of their bench is just better than most teams. But yeah, okay. So Anthony Bourdain, let's look at the chat, see what people do. Yeah, Christian Zaldivar says, just to play devil's advocate, depressed people can choose to hide their feelings so as not to bring attention to themselves and sad and worry them. You know what, though? Anthony Bourdain always told it like it was, at least in his past. Yes. I don't think he's the one that would hide something, saying if he was feeling depressed in any way. He'd say he was feeling depressed, he'd tweet it out or something. Like this guy was like no holds barred, like free speech. He'd say it. If he wanted to say something, he would say it. He goes, oh, I probably shouldn't say it, and he goes, fuck it, I'm saying it. That's how Anthony Bourdain was, and that's what I liked about him.
Yeah, because he called out people for the Food Network. Paula D, how she got diabetes? She up here cooking this high-fattening food.
Yeah.
A lot of people at Food Network don't like them.
Yeah. I mean, when I'm going full conspiracy theory, I think, well, not necessarily Hillary Clinton, but his girlfriend Asia Argento. And did you see her like not Periscope? It's one of those things similar to Facebook. Facebook owns it, and they took it down.
I think it was Instagram.
Okay.
Because she wore some shirt that said F, and it had an F for the F everybody, or something like that.
Let's see. Yeah, I know. I saw that.
So they may have been getting harassed.
Yeah, this is it.
Certainly, it's a coming to terms with how my life has changed in the 10 years since Kitchen Confidential.
Is that the fly?
No. That was just automatically website automatically playing something. So yeah, she had a shirt saying "fuck everyone," you know who you are.
You know who you are, yeah.
She took it down. Why would she take it down?
And what was that put up there?
I don't know.
Oh.
But, yeah, you can obviously see a lot of occult symbolism that she shows in a lot of photographs. I mean, for people who are still on the fence about the whole occultism stuff like that, look, this is why this On Topic is about the Bilderberg group as well as media conspiracy.
Oh, gosh.
What I want to show people is, let's see, media conspiracy and manipulation. Let's see. Is this the right one? No, wait. Okay. Not exactly this article. Let's see, 2008. Which one am I looking at? Hand eye. Okay. So, look, this guy, whoever it is, gal, whoever it is, and if you see, there's a YouTube channel that I follow, and you guys can look him up. He goes over at a whole bunch of stuff, but you see it everywhere, and you don't see it just now. This was back in 2011. You see it from decades ago. You see it all over. I mean, Peter Gabriel, Marilyn Manson, Bono, Michael Jackson, Lang Lang, Lady Gaga. I mean, I could keep scrolling down. Rihanna, and I am going to scroll down. Natalia Kills, Tom, he's the football player. Why am I forgetting? Brady, Blake Lively, Eminem, Black Eyed Peas, Beyonce, Keisha, Hayley Williams. I mean, Adele, even Baby Bird. It's always with the one eye covered. I mean, and then the either certain signs with the hands, typically always the same signs. I mean, is that just cool? Is that the thing? Is that like fashion? Is that just no. It's symbolism.
I would say that's part of the Illuminati.
Yeah. And people still say no. You know that. I mean, can they give me a good reason? People who don't think that's like the Illuminati symbolism or some part of the cult. Pentagram.
Well, some people call me a quack job.
Yeah. Okay. So then you show them this stuff. They go, okay. So explain to me this. And then, okay. Here's another one. All right. Let's skip the media. I mean, this thing. We're not even a tenth of the way down. You could just keep going.
Was Prince part of it?
Yeah, he displayed signs of symbolism of that too.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
he would cover his eye too a lot.
Yeah. I mean, look, this thing. Look, this. I'm halfway through all that scrolling. I'm still gonna go. And this is just in 2011. 2011. There's 7 more years to go. If this person wanted to add to it. But look, it's just crazy how much there is. Anyways, there's that. Another thing that I want to show you is so all right. So if you don't believe in the secret societies, whatever, I want to show the Business Insider. Let's see, by Ashley Lutz. This is in 2012 by Ashley Lutz. So people who want to inquire about one of the most secretive meetings in the world, they go, what's secret? We all know it occurs. Yeah, but can you go inside and listen to what people are talking about? I mean, if it's good for the world, hey, maybe the world should be able to listen. But they don't think like that. Okay, so here it says, the Bilderberg group is 120 to 140 powerful people who meet each year to discuss policy. The meetings are closed to the public. So if it's policy and it's supposed to be good policy, why isn't it open to the public? Unless it's bad policy. Does it make sense to talk about policy and it's closed to the public? It's like policy is about policy for the public, not just private people. Otherwise, it's not called policy. It's called your corporate rules or whatever, corporate law. Anyways.
And the thing is, that used to be secret, that meeting.
I know. And people found out. And, we see Luke Rudowski go over there. And he used to be able to interview people at the airport. And they made sure that they can't do that anymore. This graph, anyway, continuing on, it says this graph he found on Facebook shows the members' connections to a ton of corporations, charities, policy groups, and media. Everyone from Eric Schmidt to George Soros is a member. And, oh, yeah, everyone loves those guys, right? There are tons of conspiracy theories about the group. Yeah, because they are discussing policy, which is closed to the public. That's a conspiracy. If it wasn't a conspiracy, then let the public know. Anyways, it's not a conspiracy theory because it is a conspiracy. Including that they control the world economy. No duh. We took the findings with a grain of salt. After all, it's easy to trace an individual to corporation. The graph doesn't specify what influence the member wielded, but perhaps it's compelling to argument for why the meetings should be public. Yeah. All right. Anyways, there's... Oh, interestingly enough, what does that look like? An eye? An all-seeing eye, maybe? Ooh.
What is it called? The 5 eyes?
Oh, that's something different, but... anyways, here you go. You've got a bunch of people sitting in that circle. A lot of them were, oh look, there's David Rockefeller, George Soros, Dianne Feinstein's part of it, at least 2012. We don't know 6 years later who they have on there. People can probably guess by who they see at the airport. Ben Bernanke, I don't think he's on there anymore. Who knows? I mean, a lot of I don't really know a lot of these people's names. Some of them I recognize, some of them I really don't. And then when you actually get to some of the more known types of corporations, I mean, these are companies, and then these are like foundations. Look, even Skull and Bone Society's there. And so these are the groups of people that are, and here's government, all these U.S. departments. And that's just for 2012. Maybe they have something for 2018. But look, you invite the most the richest, the wealthiest people in power of the most powerful countries into a big meeting that occurs every year talking about policy, and it's not disclosed to the public what they talk about, and you're saying that people are saying that it's conspiracy theory, that they're up to no good. I mean, depends on what up to no good means. Like, let's see when they were founded. I think they were founded in 1954. So since 1954 to now, has the world been getting better, you think, Shirley?
Hell no, it's been getting worse.
So either these people, these powerful elite at the Bilderberg meetings are either inept, powerless, hopeless idiots, or they've been changing the world as they see it, as they want to, and it's been working. So which one is it, do you think? That they've been changing the world as they want it?
They've been changing it by keeping us divided by race and other things. So
you don't think that they're just trying to make the world better and they're just failing every year? You don't believe that?
No, they ain't trying to make the world better. We're not getting no better.
Yeah. Do you think if we put like the let's say the richest, most powerful people were like you and me, Shirley, and people who watch the show and part of the group that we all have. Do you think we would have it in private, or do you think we would do it in public? We would do it in public.
If we were rich.
Yeah,
well,
we're the most rich and powerful people.
If I was rich, I have empathy for people.
Yeah, but so here's the thing: is we would have it in public, and we would try to make policies to make the world better, right?
Right.
And why would we hide that from the public?
Because they're doing something evil.
Okay, we're on the same page. I think everyone who watches us, I think they know we're all on the same page. They're not there to make the world better. If they were, they would just show it in public. You don't do anything in private saying, hey, hold on, I'm going to go into this room. Only a couple of us are allowed. You guys stay out here. But you know what? We're just going to make sure we plan to make things better for all of you. And you can't know what we're saying because you might spoil certain things or something. I don't know. It's...
I love transparency, just like Anthony Bourdain.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
He was very transparent. Mm-hmm. I love him. I don't like it. I love people that don't bite their tongue.
Yeah. There's no fear, pretty much.
But for him to be in Hollywood, he doesn't bite his tongue.
Yep. And
well, he didn't bite his tongue.
Yeah, that's probably what got him killed. I mean, you lump in Hillary Clinton with Weinstein, and we all know that cunt. And here's the new thing. Hey, you heard what was it? Jon Stewart came back for a little while. He also kind of defended Samantha Bee, and because he
defended her.
Yeah, because she called Ivanka Trump a cunt. And then the right attacked Samantha Bee for using that word and saying, no, we can only use that word or something. and Jon Stewart's like, hey, the hypocrisy. He also said something recently, I think a day or two ago, which I thought was pretty cool. You guys can look that up, and it has to do with Republicans. I mean, we all know the Democrats suck, but the thing is we all knew about the Republicans. They're just not quite there. But we've just recently.
They straightforward with it. The DNC try to hide it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, right now we just need to put all our attention on how the DNC is horrible. And that's why we're not really attacking the Republicans. The DNC is attacking the Republicans. Okay, fine. We all know that. But then we need to attack the DNC. That's why it's so funny. It's like we're just all here eating popcorn. Like, nah, you guys are hypocrites. Nah, you guys are hypocrites. You know who aren't the hypocrites? The people who tell the truth, and then you got the ones you guys want to silence.
Yeah. Did you, Evan? Did you hear that an Australian official visited Julian Assange?
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, that was on Twitter today.
Do you know who it was? I'm
kind of worried about that, and with this Bilderberg meeting.
Oh. Yeah. The thing that I would love is if I always say this, if someone, but the thing is no one does it, but it would be nice if someone did track each of the people that go to the Bilderberg each year, compile that list, and who doesn't go, who got left out, and who got put in, and then follow them as what did they do that year, especially the people who didn't get in to the next one. So for example, in 2017, say 200 people got in. In 2018, only 8 people got replaced. So 8 new people came in, 8 people didn't go. So what happened to those 8 people? Did they die? Did they fail hard? Did they get did they commit suicide? You know, what happened to those people who didn't make it to that year's Bilderberg group meeting? You know, just kind of follow. It's a little bit easier to do that because there's just less people that way. Otherwise, you're always tracking the same people, what they do every year, but you can't find metrics on that very easily because they're still in that position where they're in. Anyways, and we all know about the media conspiracy, the echo chamber, we all know about that stuff. But so that's the thing, Shirley. I think when we talk about this to people who don't think that there's anything to it, you know, we just gotta ask them. So what are their thoughts? Is it just is the eye, like the hand gestures over their eye and all that stuff? The pyramid, is that's just fashion that just seems to exist for decades? I mean, what type of fashion has gone through every year since like the 50s or no, probably like 60s or 70s and hasn't gone away? That's still popular to this day. I can't think of anything.
No, because everything not made in America no more.
Yeah.
I was shocked to find out Levi's wasn't. I'm like, damn, that was American jeans.
Don't tell me, are they made in China now?
I don't know where. I think so. They're not made in the United States anymore.
Yeah, and things that are made in the United States somehow fail.
Yeah, because they stamp anything probably from China. They stamp made in the USA.
Yeah, and we already talked about it before with SnorCal. It's not necessarily, they can say it's made in the USA, but the materials might not be, so we could get like all our materials from China, have it built in, majority of it built in Mexico, and then the last few parts are built in the US, and they could stamp it as made in the USA. So that's how sneaky things could be, and you're thinking, hey, all right, made in the USA, and then you just realized, oh no, they just pieced a couple of things together in the US, and everything else was in Mexico and in China. So all right, I just want to check to see if James is on. If not, if he is, we can.
Oh, he's on.
Okay.
He's talking about Bilderberg. But another thing, that woman Spade, she was involved with Hillary Clinton too.
Kate Spade, the one who also committed suicide.
Supposedly.
Wait, she was linked in what way again?
She was affiliated with Clinton in Haiti. I
Really?
guess she did some things. Yep.
Hold on, let me look here.
Yep.
I mean, there's
And
a
that was
lot
a
of people...
weird suicide note she left.
Okay. Someone updated it. There's Steemit. But the thing is, that was so long ago. Why would it take so long for it to trickle down to Kate Spade now?
Well, a lot of human trafficking was going on over there too. So.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's just too much speculation. It's just, do you know how she died? Did she hang herself too?
She hung herself.
Oh my goodness.
That's what shocked me about Anthony.
Yeah.
A few days later, he went after Clinton, and she affiliated with Clinton.
Do you think, well, Clinton body count, I guess, just went up.
Yes, it has. She's not actually doing it, but she hired henchmen to do it.
Or maybe not her. Someone for her. We don't know.
Yeah, someone for her. That's what I said. Not her, but she actually had people to do this stuff.
Let's see. Oh, that list is very big.
And I think Imran Amman was behind the hit of Seth Rich.
Yeah. Let's see. Wow, this guy, Skeptoid Media. Let's listen to this guy. See what I've never seen this channel. I've never, but I'm gonna share it and let's listen to this guy. It's 12 minutes 40 seconds long. He's got 979 subscribers. This video is 286 views.
You're listening to Skeptoid. I'm Brian Dunning from Skeptoid.com. Autopsy on the Clinton body count. If you're a conspiracy theorist and you believe the government secretly drugs the population by spraying chemicals from airliners, or plans to do away with us all in FEMA camps, or that all the world's governments and corporations have secretly handed over their sovereignty to a shadow cabal of Zionist Illuminati, then today's story is for you.
Okay, I think this is for us.
Found mainly on the conspiracy theory websites these days, states that former U.S. President Bill Clinton had a large number of people killed throughout his career in order to protect his interests. Now that his wife Hillary Clinton is also soaring among the world's lofty and powerful elite, many tellings of the conspiracy theory also attribute some of the unfortunate victims to her as well. Today we're going to see how likely it is that there might be some truth to a tale so wildly implausible that some say it must be true. Unsurprisingly, the tale had its start in a dedicated conspiracy theory mill, the home office of Linda Thompson, a 40-year-old anti-government activist. 1993 was a busy year for her. She quit her job and went full-time into conspiracy mongering. In that year, she produced Waco, the Big Lie, the seminal video that launched the claims that the government murdered the Branch Davidians. In the course of researching that project, she compiled a list of 24 people whom she believed, based on her own intuition, that Bill Clinton must have had killed during his rise to power. She lobbied various congressmen to investigate her beliefs, and was finally successful at persuading William Dannemeyer to take up her cause. Dannemeyer had just retired from the House of Representatives, but was, like Thompson, a full-throttle conspiracy theorist, biblical literalist, and anti-Semite. On his website, takebackourrights.org, he has written something of a manifesto that includes the word Jew 88 times, and says, "No American should underestimate the ferocity of the commitment of the Zionist Jews to control the entire political system of the world through the one world government now being created. and in doing so administer justice as they define it. Dannemeyer sent Thompson's list to as many Congresspeople as he could and urged them to take action and administer justice as he defined it. Fortunately, his ramblings were not taken seriously. Thompson, meanwhile, expanded her list to 34 and self-published it as a pamphlet titled The Clinton Body Count, Coincidence or the Kiss of Death. Boosted by promotion from conspiracy-hungry alternative media outlets, the Clinton body count thus entered pop culture. Incidentally, Thompson's pamphlet is widely available online as a PDF, but I don't recommend reading it. It's not very coherent. It's full of implausible assertions, it never gives any sources or references for its wild statements, and it finally devolves into random anti-government rants and statutory citations. My guess is she had psychological issues. Nevertheless, her writings are the strength upon which the Clinton body count conspiracy theory is based. But what of her specific claims? Who are the people on the body count list? Well, these days the list is longer, having been expanded by internet denizens, and it can be found on conspiracy websites such as ForbiddenKnowledge.com, GovernmentSlaves.info, and TruthOrFiction.com. The most famous name on the list is Vince Foster. Foster had been a partner at Hillary Clinton's law firm in Arkansas, and when Bill Clinton became president, he joined them as deputy White House counsel. But he was ill-prepared for life under the magnifying glass of the public eye. He underwent treatment for clinical depression and lost weight. And then, the perfect storm of Clinton controversies hit him. Whitewater, Travelgate, Madison Guarantee. The newspapers attacked him relentlessly, and he shot himself dead in a park in Virginia. In his briefcase was a handwritten draft letter of resignation, torn to pieces, in which he asserted his and the Clintons' innocence in the scandals and bemoaned his inability to handle the stresses of his new life. 5 separate investigations over 5 years all came to the same conclusion, that Vince Foster had killed himself. Yet Linda Thompson decided to add some dramatic elements. She bizarrely claimed that the White House, whoever that means, ordered his death to be investigated only by, quote, park rangers, and not by the FBI. It was in fact investigated by the FBI, in addition to the U.S. Park Police, who had jurisdiction. She claimed his briefcase and personal items were, quote, gone through by the White House, whoever that means, instead of by law enforcement. She oddly claimed that Foster's resignation letter only appeared in his briefcase 3 days after his death, and that a palm print was found on it that was, quote, never investigated. She said the gun was not his, and it was placed in his hand after his death. But it was in fact his gun, and forensics showed it was in his hand at his death. Thompson just made things up to suit her preferred version of events. Here's how the incisive pen of Snopes.com's Barbara Mickelson described Thompson's rhetoric. This laundry list of deaths always refers to someone taking his life as, quote, ruled a suicide, thus implying another conclusion of equal likelihood was capriciously dismissed by someone who had the power to do so. From here on, read ruled a suicide as an investigation was carried out, arriving at this as the only reasonable conclusion. There's no need to go into the rest of the body count list. Their cases are all similar to this, in that there's neither evidence nor logical motive to suspect the Clintons of being involved. None of the deaths were suspicious in any way. They're mostly car accidents and plane crashes. It's insufficient to say any given death was, quote, consistent with the Clintons ordering them killed. There's a big difference between consistent with and evidence of. Evidence would be the Goon Squad triggermen showing us the check from Bill Clinton's bank account. So far, nobody has even suggested the existence of evidence for any of these supposed crimes. So why does the Clinton body count sound so plausible? Because it is in fact possible to connect a surprising number of untimely deaths to the Clintons, far more than you could to many other important people. But this has nothing to do with the Clintons, it has to do with mathematics. If you're a real estate agent, you have a few dozen co-workers and perhaps a couple hundred professional colleagues whom you know. That's about the extent of your empire. Bill Clinton was a political campaigner for George McGovern, a law professor, a candidate for the House of Representatives, the Attorney General of Arkansas, twice the Governor of Arkansas, and was a two-term President of the United States. Hillary Clinton was an attorney, part of the impeachment staff against Richard Nixon, also taught law at the university level, and was then Bill Clinton's first lady in all of his elected positions before starting out on a political career of her own that's been every bit as storied. The sheer number of professional colleagues the Clintons would have accumulated in all of their many careers, most of which were incalculably larger in scale than our local realtor example, would crash a calculator. Over the course of your career, you might know a colleague or two who suffer some untimely death in an accident. Over the course of the Clintons' careers, that number is easily going to be in the hundreds, if not more, particularly when you include people who never even met them but simply worked under them at some level at some time. That's not a conspiracy. That's math. This becomes even more clear when you take a second look at the list and realize this is not a list of Clinton associates per se. It's simply a list of people who worked in government and died. If Bozo the Clown had been president during those years, we'd be calling it the Bozo body count. One clue that the Clintons didn't really benefit from any of these deaths is that there are real people from whom they could have easily benefited by rubbing them out, but didn't. Barbara Mickelson went on to note that over the course of Bill Clinton's career, two people actually did come very close to ruining him. Both were unknown to the public at the time. Clinton knew that both of them had information that could have brought him down long before any investigations ever started. Both were relatively obscure, and both could have been easily killed by thugs with rigged accidents or fake suicides. And yet both escaped unharmed. If Bill Clinton truly did have murder squads on the payroll, surely these two would have been at the very top of the list. Yet neither was touched. Who were they? You might have guessed. Intern Monica Lewinsky and Linda Tripp, who compiled all the evidence of the affair hoping to write a book. The conspiracy claim requires us to believe that the Clintons' goon squad, while having masterfully committed and hidden scores of murders over decades without the slightest slip-up, somehow failed at even attempting the only two that might have actually mattered. It's not very consistent with the claim that Clintons kill people when it will benefit them. But even when some party, such as a Clinton, does have something to gain by the death of another person, it is non sequitur logic to make some connection. Every tragedy benefits someone. The ambulance company benefits when someone has a heart attack. That's no reason to open up an investigation every time it happens. A news reporter benefits when there's a terrorist attack. Even in the case of a true crime, like a jewel heist, parties other than the robbers benefit. Insurance companies, for example, wouldn't be able to have their profitable industries if things like jewel heists never happened. We have to be able to accept that sometimes bad things happen. We have to be able to accept that certain parties might benefit financially from those bad things, without requiring it to be proof that the beneficiaries were responsible for the tragedy. Thus, specific to our case, if we stretch credibility to the point where we believe the Clintons actually realized some appreciable benefit from one or more of these deaths, we have to accept that we still have no logical reason to suspect the Clintons for having been even remotely responsible. It would be a fallacious ad hominem attack against the Clinton body count to dismiss it due to its dubious parentage, Linda Thompson and William Dannemeyer. Instead, we dismiss it for its total lack of evidence and its fundamental implausibility. Skeptoid Media is a listener-supported 501c3 nonprofit. Please come to skeptoid.com/important to learn how you can help.
So, I don't quite agree with this guy. So this is Skeptoid with Brian Dunning. It's funny because he did kind of like a big full reversal. Brian Dunning. And if you look, it's interesting. He won a Parsec award. What is that? Produced 2 educational films in the subject of critical thinking. Co-founded BuyLink, a business-to-business service provider, in 1996 and served the company until 2002. He later became eBay's second biggest affiliate marketer. He has since been convicted of wire fraud through a cookie stuffing scheme. In August 2014, he was sentenced to 15 months in prison to be followed by 3 years supervised release for the company, obtaining between $240,000 through wire fraud. Okay. So I looked at like his tweets too. Oh, look at that. Wow. Okay. He's Saturn. All right. We don't know. Maybe. The thing is, look. He's got 35.1 thousand followers. Do you think he gets a lot of likes and retweets and comments? Let's see.
I don't think so.
I mean, I don't know how much I have. I don't think I have a lot of followers. I mean, hardly any. Let's see. Yeah, I've got like 304. All right.
And Robert Vince Foster leave a resignation note, a suicide note that he was resigning in the car before he killed himself. That sounded like somebody helped him write that, and they make it look like he shot himself.
Yeah. I'm just surprised that this guy... Oh, here's one thing. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't get a lot of retweets. I don't know. It's just wire fraud scheme. Like I'm telling the truth, guys. He's big into NASA. You can see, like, if he goes to NASA, he takes a lot of pictures with them, and we all know about NASA. Yeah. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to. I mean, oh man. And, you know, I thought we would like it. Like, we would actually see something, or he would say something that was, like, interesting or useful, but no, it's just more of debunking of the person who started the thing, and I don't know what to think anymore.
Like Robert said in Chad, he said Monica would have been too obvious, right?
Yeah. Do you think? What do you think would happen if someone got into the Bilderberg group, recorded it, and released it to the public around the world?
I think they would get killed.
No. They would commit suicide. The correct word is suicide.
Oh yeah,
Shirley.
yeah, suicide or a high toxic drug overdose.
Yep. For someone
That's what happened to Sean Lucas, that process serving for the DNC lawsuit.
Yeah. Just so you know, I don't take any drugs. Heck, the only drug I take is coffee, but I'm not going to overdose on coffee. Oh,
well, I take several prescription drugs, and they don't kill me. No opioids or anything.
Yeah. It's
Snort says you hear a gun cock before he started the last part of an article.
He's just kidding around. Snort's got that sense of humor of his.
Nobody else coming on?
I don't know. James stopped his thing. I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I saw he stopped his.
Yeah. Well, I guess if people want to come in to talk about anything else, we could do that. there really isn't much to say about the Bilderberg group because we don't know what they say inside the Bilderberg group. We don't know much to say about Anthony Bourdain because he pretty much says what he wants and whatnot. And then, of course, media conspiracy. I thought we just listened to something that was media conspiracy. Although, for someone who has 34.1 thousand followers, doesn't get a lot of retweets or anything like that.
Oh, here's someone.
Hey, Sir Chad. Hey, how's it going, Chad? Oh, Snork. Whoa. Now we got a big wave. Is it because people want to talk about anything, or do they want to talk about...
How's Ava?
Wonderful. She's getting big. She's off the charts as far as how tall she is. Like, she's super tall, like in the 99%.
Wow.
All right. I'll switch it to open topic. Anything goes, unless you guys have something to say about the Bilderberg group. I'm sure one of you guys have been to the Bilderberg group meeting and kind of, can you guys shed light onto what they were talking about?
They wouldn't be here right now if they'd been here.
Yeah.
See, they planted me in the group right here because you guys don't realize the power you have, so you got to be disrupted.
Snork froze, so I guess no answer from Snork. Okay.
He was the guy.
Uh-huh. All right. So stay on, everyone. YouTube, we're gonna go down for a little bit. Gosh, no one's been hosting lately. I know James has gotten some issues lately, and Ryan, I don't know. Ryan's been busy with his stuff, so I guess it's just on me now. So
I just gotta get a better modem for some reason. Like this shit drops or whatnot. I gotta do some my shit.
We could talk about that in the open topic. All right. So stay on. You guys can talk. YouTube will be back on. DLive will be back on. Just talking about anything. So give me a few